So first question, you moved from Fulham, which is a pretty small club in the Premier League, to Man United, right? One of the biggest club in the world. I kind of want to know like the story, like how did that happen? Like what was it like the phone call? What was the experience like when you found out that you were moving to Man United?
It's a bit of a crazy story because for me, where I started in my town in France and then having a phone call from Sir Alex Ferguson is it's an amazing journey, amazing moment. So basically, I did really well in the championship with Fulham, done really well, made them in a cup against Man United and play well as well. So starting to hear whispers that they were interested in me and all that, but I get injuries, so it delayed the kind of like real talks. But yeah, from the season I started really well back in 2003, 2004, and from that I received a concrete call and say, okay, we really want you. And I was in a season where Fulham didn't want me to go, and I felt that it was a huge opportunity, so I really had to show that I wanted to go to this a new challenge, and so it was a bit tough, but yes, when it materialized, I was so happy because when you see yourself, you visualize your dreams and all that, and you don't want to see it go because you know that basically some other players will take this place, this position. So I was like extremely happy when I landed in Man United.
What do you remember the most about the first training session when you arrived at Man United?
I can say to you that basically the first session, I remember that before signing, I had a look of the kind of like first 10 minutes of the session. I was like about to sign or something, and I saw those guys doing this training session where we say Toro, but
Rondo?
Yeah, it's a Rondo, yeah. So I was like, oh, I want that. So I said, let's sign because I want to join the session. So that's what I done. And basically from that moment, I remember that it was like a little pre-season. So it was really hard sessions. And I remember like hiding in the toilets, like didn't want to show that I was really, really tired. So it was like my first memories where the training was extremely hard, intense, and the quality was really, really up. And I managed to score my first goal for the club after this week of training. Was amazing.
I know you talked a little bit about what was like playing under Sir Alex, but what do you think make him different to the rest of the managers you play against? What was like one thing that stands out for him?
Oh, stand out! I will be quite frank about his memory. So the ability to remember pretty much like everything, every quality that you have, the ability of like playing a certain way against certain teams, understanding that this player has this quality or this weakness, and you can use this. You can use unbelievable. He knows his database is enormous. So based on the information, having that enormous data of information and still inform the people the right way, it's an amazing gift because, as I said, he has to speak to a lot of players with different nationalities, different egos, and he managed them really well with all this information. So yes, football is about tactic, football, but it's also about psychologically how you approach the information and how you deliver. And he's the best in the world, and that's why he's been the coach of the coach. I don't know how he does it. It's crazy, and he has a humility, but on the same time a massive aura that you respect. So it's very, very strange because he doesn't need to do all the shouting. Sometimes he does it, but he doesn't need it. You understand his character and you respect it. So, and he could be very funny next minute. So it's an unbelievable combination. I don't know how he understood how to do that. It just become natural to him. I don't know.
Best teammate at Manchester United?
Oh, teammate that's like fun or?
Yeah, just like the most fun to be around.
Oh,
And also ability-wise.
many one. Patrice Evra, Quinton Fortune, Rio Ferdinand, West Brom, John O'Shea I really like as well. You know, so many good characters. You know, funny ones. So Anderson. So yeah, many. You know, I love Edwin van der Sar. We respect each other well. VD, I've got like so much respect. So the ones that I kept a good relationship are Queenie and for so many reasons you always fight for a lot of things outside football. So I respect Quinton Fortune a lot. Yeah.
What about the best strike partner you had while at
Yeah,
United?
Wayne Rooney. Yeah, Wayne because I think we complete each other in a way. So I was able to be myself with him. Yeah.
Toughest defender you ever faced in your career, not just at United, and your whole career.
Yeah, Vidic and Rio as a pair. Unbelievable pair. But the other ones, I remember playing a few minutes against Milan. Yeah, the defenders were tough, but with Gattuso just in and around. So in and around it was like Seedorf as well. So so yes, the maybe the Milan team, but my memory it's the difficulty of training every day against Vida and Rio Ferdinand.
Best goal you ever scored for Man United? So many to choose from.
Yeah, I think I had a special one in my first one. He meant so much to me. I do remember the kind of lightweight approach that I had. I felt like I was part of the family already. Strange. I picked up a free kick where it was my first and only. Strange why I ended picking the ball. I don't understand. So I think this one showed that I was meant to be there. So it was good.
What about the best memory ever playing for Man United?
I think even if I didn't play because I was injured, I think that lifting the Champions League trophy in so many ways mean I was like part of this journey, and it was great to feel this hard work to get there and to have this celebration after and all that. Even if I didn't, as I said, I didn't perform and didn't play. I felt so happy to be there.
You play with Carrick, the current manager of Man United, as a player. How do you think he has done, and did you expect him to do so well for Man United as a manager?
I think yes, he done really well. I didn't expect him to be a manager, to be honest. I felt like he had this brain and calmness that will help, but to be in that position with Manu, maybe not as early, to be honest. But I think since then he showed that he was able to combine his calmness and all that with people that may express different things. He managed to show the results. After a while, you could see that his team play a certain way and have like certain players who understand his philosophy, and I really like it. I can see myself play where maybe in the previous 7 to 8 years I won't feel comfortable in those squads in those managers. But Michael, after 3-4 months, I would say, I can see me play instead of Sesko or whatever, because the style I could understand the way they were playing, where before I was very confused.
So you were part of Manchester United title-winning teams, right? What do you think the current United team needs to do to catch up on Arsenal or Man City to challenge for the title this season?
I think they really have to keep doing what they've done in the last, let's say, 7 months. What they need to do as well is to approach certain games with a bit more aggressivity still. There is moments where maybe Michael has to be a bit more aggressive on a touchline for some kind of like discomfort, even if it's fake. I will sense that it's part of the development of his management. There is a moment where I think the youth development needs to be in the philosophy of the first team. So they need a connections where I see Kobe Mainu, I see like maybe the Gabriel as a talent. I think it's important that you introduce those unpredictable talent. Nobody knows them. It's always like Rashford back in the days, like 9 years ago. It's always important, and then I think you have the obligation to have a better stadium, a better structure. So Ineos have to do much more as well. They I think make a few mistakes along the way in the last 2 years, and I think that need to be rectified. And if it's not done yet, I think they have to do it. And this is the way to catch up, because Man City has, I would think, like 4 or 5 years ahead. Whatever they are doing outside the field commercially and all that is catching up Manchester United, so it's not good. I think you have definitely competition now, so it won't be like next year they win, because there is Liverpool, there is Tottenham, there is Chelsea, there is you see the winners of the last competition. So I think it's going to be tough, but to winning ways, I think those elements are very important. You need to do all this, because this is the DNA of the club.
All right, so far this summer, Man, you signed Andre Santos and Tielemans, right? If you have one signing you can sign for United, anybody in the world, who would it be?
It would be Harry Kane. I would go and pick up someone who is very experienced, maybe has a different style to Sesko. Yes, he's a tall guy, but very skillful. Still can play sometimes in a drop off and mix up with the midfield as he done with England. I will break the bank still, because yes, he scored 73 or 74 goals this last year. We missed this 2-3 years ago. I don't know, but. This type of experience would be useful. So Lewandowski has signed for, I think, Chicago or whatever, so it's difficult. But I will pick up someone with this caliber, with this pedigree, with these guarantees. There is no many, but maybe the next one will be Osimhen as a striker. Yeah.
Finally, what advice would you give to some up-and-coming players here in Hong Kong if they want to make it into the professional game?
Yes, I think they have to do less social media, more outside activities. Definitely, visualize their dream, and by talking about it every day, every minute, they naturally do the thing that are in line with this. Imagine that you want to be a singer. Every time you want to sing, you think about singing, you think about stars and all that. It means that you're gonna approach this world even closer. It's the same for football. You have to do it. You have to think about the ball. You have to think about the training, how I can like repeat on the wall my passing, my shooting, or whatever. You have to be obsessed, and to be in that journey of professionalism. But if it's like just for fun, you still have to have fun.
Thank you so much, Saha. Thank you.